That's
You.
always my thing. I joke about it. Yes!
Anyways, wait, what was
I'm
that?
so glad I started recording. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Breaking Points, giving you motorsports coverage beyond the checkered flag. And this podcast specifically, just NASCAR coverage beyond the checkered flag. We've got breaking news. Why did I turn into the fish from SpongeBob? Good question. I don't know. So, do we want to start with the biggest one that everyone knows now?
Yeah, I think the biggest piece of breaking news this week is that Noah Gragson extended his contract at Front Row Motorsports in the four car. Um,
That wasn't going to be mine. Mine was going to be that Gabriel is not here.
oh yeah, I guess that too.
Yeah, unfortunately, Gabe is doing a no tech retreat. So wish him the best. Love that for him. Couldn't be us though. We are attached to technology.
We're iPad kids.
Yeah, I need constant stimulation with my technology like this. But yeah, so Noah Gragson continues with Front Row Motorsports. The I would like to just talk about the top comment I saw on that. I do not agree or disagree with it. However, this person was really passionate and they said, "Yay, a re-signing to finish 30th." Not gonna lie, I laughed at that. You got any thoughts on this re-signing?
I will say, Noah Gragson was the top finishing Front Row Motorsports car for genuinely, I think, the first time this year. So we'll get there when we get there. But no, I agree. I will say, what other options did Front Row have? You could move Chandler Smith up, but you just dropped him anyway. Um, you could move up Lane Riggs, but do you want him to stay another year and have like a Corey Heim-esque season? Because that's what I personally do. But I don't know. I don't really think Noah Gregson has shown enough in Cup to warrant another year, but at the same time, I don't know what other options that would do better than Noah where they are.
Yeah, I agree. I think he brings good personality. And I am currently thinking about we were talking about San Diego before we started recording, technically, and the freaking movie that they did, and Noah Gragson on this jet ski just flashed in my brain for no reason. And now I can't get it out of my head. So he brings personality. So maybe he's the personality hire. Maybe. At least for now.
Yeah,
So
if you're gonna be the personality hire though, don't run 30th. Like I can't remember where I heard this, but like I don't really care how flashy of a guy you are. If you're not running well, then I don't exactly care. Like, but personality doesn't bring in results.
I mean, if we really want to poke at other personality hires that are running really bad, Cody Ware. Um,
Hold on, who's saying Cody Ware has a particularly great personality?
I'm not actually saying he has personality, but I am saying he has the genetics that gives him a seat. And that's it. I will sit here and I will say that I do not care. And not gonna lie, his mugshot's pretty funny. Um, his and Carson's, they're both really funny. There's literally cards in the Pokemon deck for them. And I will continue to call it the Pokemon deck. If you don't watch our bloopers, you wouldn't know what the Pokemon deck is. You should watch our bloopers more often. Funny enough, last week's bloopers, I was crying when I edited those together. Because for a good, which, first of all, are you okay?
I don't meet with my neurologist until the 16th, so September 16th. So
Oh, shit.
I'm assuming since it's such a far back away, so it's well, I can't talk now. Since it's so far away, it's the brain cancer. Since it's so far away, it's clearly not a huge cause for concern, but I don't know.
Yeah. So the reason why I'm laughing and I asked that is because I spliced together like a good minute to 2 minutes worth of bloopers of us just making jokes about it. Like, I don't know if you watched it, but I started it with you when you first told Gabe, and you're like, I had the worst week of my life, and it almost ended with me dying. And I cut it there. That's how I started our episode. Just nothing, didn't even mention it again until the bloopers, where I put that same clip back to start the bloopers, cut out obviously the personal parts, and cut straight to Gabe's reaction, just being like, "You could have had a lot better of a week." And then the joke about, can you imagine if I had actually died? And just all of the jokes we kept making, it ended up being like a minute and a half to like 2 minutes worth of footage. And I was like, I'm putting all of this in there. I was crying. I'm not even lying. But back on topic, now that we know that Sean at least has most of his brain function right now.
I have a pulse.
Yeah, congratulations. We kind of mentioned Corey Haim already, but he is not eligible for Rookie of the Year next year. Does that mean he's eligible this year? That's
No.
my question here. No. So he's just not rookie. He's just not a
Correct.
rookie anymore. You know what? I think it was Corey Haim that actually said it, that there's no real like plus or minus to being Rookie of the Year. He said he didn't really care. I think it was Corey Haim at least that said that. I remember. I remember not as much as I thought I did. But that was the point, was like, it doesn't really mean anything. So I don't think he's particularly upset about it. I mean, if I think back, I can't tell you who most of the Rookie of the Years were. So it really doesn't matter. I can tell you who last year was, but it's like, who else were you going to compare him to?
But that's also
He's. I was
that's a
just going to
part.
say SVG is that guy.
Yeah, but that's also a part of the problem with that decision, though, because Shane up to 2025 ran like 14 or 15 cup races. Um, he had done a fair amount of cup racing. Carson Hocevar did in 2024. Before that, he did a lot with Legacy Motor Club, and I think he did one with Spire in a rotation car. And then 2023, Ty Gibbs. That in 2022, he did 14 or 15 races subbing for Kurt Busch. So I don't get it. I don't get the decision, but we're not the heads in NASCAR.
No, but if they would like to hire us, we are all looking for jobs. I'm willing to bet. Please.
Please.
Use this as our resume, but this is also us being really funny to make it interesting to listen to. So we'll be your personality hires, but we'll also get stuff done.
Exactly.
Yay. Take this as our informal interview. I already blanked on what we were gonna do. Ty Gibbs, which the only time I will ever be taking multiple pictures of Ty Gibbs to make sure I get the right picture of this car. He is going to be running a Kyle Busch tribute in Bristol, which I love the Nem Nem car. I have very much said that I love the Nem Nem car. It is the Nem Nem car. Yay. My inner child screamed when I saw that. But what makes it even better is in the design, I don't even know how else to describe this, because when I told my dad that pictures of Kyle Busch's career were on it, he assumed there was like Polaroids. And I'm like, no. So it's like mini pictures and like the design is over top of them. And that is the best way I can describe it. Maybe I'll put up a picture. Maybe I won't. We'll see if I actually do it. I don't know. But I am happy for this. Am I upset that it's the 54? Yeah. But I mean, he's not going to change his number to 18 for one race. So I'm going to pick and choose my battles here, and I'll be okay with the 54. Thoughts?
Personally, I think the 54 is actually the perfect number out of all of them in the field to pick, because Kyle Busch ran a lot of his Joe Gibbs Xfinity races in the 54 car. 2021, when he reached 100 wins, he ran all those Mars cars that were the 54. including a number 54 M&M's car. So I think 54 out of all the numbers is the best one to do, other than obviously getting the 18 out of the stable. But yeah, I think just to avoid upsetting the Kyle's family, because I don't know how they would have thought about that. I think the 54 is the right move. But otherwise, I mean, yeah, I'm happy to see Demnem's car back on track.
Sorry, I got so confused for a second. But yes, I'm not upset that it's a 54. I just when I think of the M&M car, I remember 18 because that's the one that I saw. But I also know they were not going to pull it out. Like that would be way too much logistics. That would be a headache. I need to stop making head jokes. I really do. I feel so bad every time I do. I'm so sorry.
I'll show you a headache.
I'm sorry. Baby no money dressed up as a sim. That's not what I was looking for. I was looking for not our messages. Why did I open that? Double D. Daniel Dye. He's back. For Daytona, Talladega, Darlington, and Martinsville in the number 32 O'Reilly series. That's my thoughts on it. You anything you want to add?
You summed it up pretty good.
Perf.
I will say, like, Daniel Dye can definitely drive. I mean, the last Xfinity race, or sorry, O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race he did was Las Vegas in the now defunct AM Racing car, and he finished 15th, and that was a second entry too. So I mean, it's clear he can drive one of these cars. Do I think he's merited a ride? Not particularly, but as long as he keeps the cars in one piece, I think that's all that matters, especially at tracks like Daytona, Talladega, Martinsville. So, yeah.
So, now for the probably the smallest news of the week that no one really cares about. The number 48 for Hendrick Motorsports is going to be piloted by Connor Zilisch in 28. No one could have seen this coming. And this is probably the smallest news of the week. Yes, this is sarcasm. Please pick up on it. Thank you. So, I would like to point out how kind of upset I am about this. Not that I'm upset for Connor. Like, that's fine. What about Corey? What about Raja? Friends of the pod and the old pod. And Connor Zilisch gets the seat. I will say, I have seen people saying that means that Kyle Larson is going to be retiring soon, which I still don't see that happening anytime soon. Or that Chase Elliott's going to retire, which I have heard rumors about that, but I also don't see anything definitively that would back that up. So, one of the biggest theories I've seen about that is that Corey Day is going to take the 88 for Trackhouse. Not Junior Motorsports. Which, interesting choice. But then I still don't know where that leaves Raja. Thoughts?
I have some thoughts. I'll start about the ramifications of the move first, because Corey Day, although I really don't think he'd be ready after this year, after next year for sure, I think he'd be ready if he puts together a solid enough season. And now you're giving a seat to Zilisch, who's going to be a long-term project. William Byron isn't going anywhere. Kyle Larson isn't going anywhere. And now I'll get into the speculation zone, because I don't really see the Hendrick lineup changing. I don't see Chase Elliott retiring, but I could see him leaving Hendrick because he used to be the main guy for them. Then Larson came around and kind of took that spotlight away from him. Then William Byron broke out, and now Elliott's just kind of been there. So I could see him leaving, but it would take a lot of circumstances for that to happen. What I do see happening for Corey after 2027, he's in the Spire camp. So I could see Michael McDowell retiring after 2027 and him taking the 71. And the 88 could name a free agent and they'll be thrown in for the consideration because I don't know. I mean, I think a pipe dream would be Lane Riggs. I mean, he's probably going to be staying in trucks another year or doing an O'Reilly Auto Parts season. That's a possibility. But this is all speculation. This is based on no intel or anything like that. But I don't know. I think Corey ending up at Spire is the likely outcome.
The only problem I see with that, like I could see Michael leaving as well. But Michael also said that he would drop out for Tristan McKee. So Tristan's also coming through the ranks. We'll get into it later. He did okay during well, I say okay as if I'm like downplaying. He actually did pretty dang good during the truck race. We'll talk about that later. But he's coming up through the ranks too pretty quickly, which I don't see it in Spire's path to rush him. But this is also the same team that signed Carson Hocevar at a very young age. I think he was 19 when they signed him to Cup Series.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it sounds accurate, but also, even if he doesn't retire, uh, McDowell just generally, I mean, last year he did all right, but this year he's taken a step back. I mean, he opened the season with some good results and put himself in position to win at Daytona and Atlanta. But I mean, he's 21st in the standings right now while his teammates are comfortably in the chase picture. I think Spire need to be looking at that third car and questioning what's gone wrong there. Well, I guess gone wrong is a bad way to look at it. It's just we haven't seen the flashes on road courses like usual. He's not up front on super speedways as often as he used to be at front, like at front row, for instance. I don't know. If I think 2027 is going to be a big year for McDowell, he's going to have to step it up, I believe.
Yeah. And I wouldn't say that the other two Spires are comfortably in the chase because I'm pretty sure one of them is like 12th right now. And if my brain serves me correctly, it's Carson Hocevar.
Suarez is 13th, but he's also 101 points ahead of Ryan Preece in 17th.
Oh, never mind then.
And then Hocevar is 11th. He's even further.
Yeah.
So
I split them. That's fine.
Sure, I mean,
that's fine.
Suarez and Hocevar could finish last the next 2-3 weeks and not make it, and Ryan Preece wins two of them, maybe. But that's just not going to happen.
Ryan Preece gets his first career win at New Hampshire, of all places.
Well, New Hampshire, I could see it happening. I mean, that's like his home race pretty much, and he's a short track guy. It could happen.
Never say never. That was a lot of talk about breaking news. So we're going to jump into the truck race, which I do not need to be the person to say it, except the fact that, not going to lie, it was a great showing from SVG for that pole position. You see how I worded that? Gabe's not here to talk smack about how I word it, but that's how the sport goes. I'm going to call it pole position. Shut up. So, SVG on pole, on an oval. First, that was the first scary thing that happened. And then, delay. After delay, after delay, after... Brother, you know what? I'm not even complaining that much about it. It's just funny too. But at least it was nowhere near the one that you had to do that one day. Where they actually finished the race.
Atlanta?
Yeah, Atlanta. I was mixing it between that one and Charlotte. I think Charlotte also got canceled. Yeah. Charlotte was the other one that they kept moving it, where it was supposed to be Friday, then they moved it to Saturday, couldn't do it Saturday, then they did it Sunday morning. And I was like,
that was trucks. I did O'Reilly's.
Yeah,
The
I did trucks. Well, technically I ended up doing cup, but I was the one that was supposed to do trucks that week. And I was like, hey Gabe, I cannot wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning for this. Please take it. And then he took it. Thank you. Appreciate. But as it would turn out, SVG does not win on ovals. Who would have thunk it? He did pretty well for the first 2 laps. And then Mr. Caden Honeycutt over here decided, actually, I'm going to stunt on these guys and proceed to sweep both stages and the win. Show them how it's done, Caden, why don't you? Another shotgun later, and Caden Honeycutt allows for Lane Riggs not to clinch the title. Because if you guys didn't know, this weekend we are going to New Hampshire, which is the regular season finale for trucks. So if Honeycutt had done worse, Lane Riggs would have clinched that title, but he did not. Or he would have clinched a position. He did not. So Lane Riggs himself actually did not have a great day. He was, I don't even know where he was. He had a good start. Him and Tristan McKee were they both started outside the top 10, but then had made their way into the top 10. You'll see me talk about Tristan later. But, ow, what happened to him? He had like a tire go down, I think, and then he got penalized, and his day just did not get any better, which kind of keeps you on your toes. So, apologies for the misfortune, Lane, but I do appreciate it still. Thank you, Caden, for doing what you do. Corey Heim, on the other hand, decided, hey, I'm not going to appear until the last, 20 laps. No clue where he was for the entirety of that race until the last round of pit stops, and suddenly, Heim time was right on the back bumper of Honeycutt. And apparently in the last 2 times that they have finished 1-2, it has been Heim on the top step. But this time, it was Caden Honeycutt. So, I could make a joke. I could make a joke. I'm gonna make the joke. I don't care. Corey Heim is still 67% more likely to end up on top. Haha. I have to make a 6-7 joke. One of us has to keep it alive. Thank you. 6-7. Bleh. I'm gonna continue making these jokes regardless. And when you tune in next year, I do not care that Corey Heim will be in the 35. I will only refer to him as being in the 67. Mark my words. So, what else happened? Tristan McKee ended up finishing 7th place. 8th. 8th place. I said 6-7 too many times. I started mixing up my words. He finished in 8th place, which ties Chandler Smith for the highest finishing on debut. So, we were talking about this last week about how we were kind of scared how he would come into the truck series, considering his recent form in ARCA. And he did okay. He didn't cause any problems that I saw. He didn't sideswipe anyone. What more can you ask for?
That is true. I mean, I didn't get to watch the full race, so I didn't really get to see anything McKee did specifically. But P8 on debut, it's not a small feat by any means, even if you have a solid team behind you. So excellent job by McKee. And they were just generally Spire had the cars or the trucks hooked up. I mean, Shane finished 4th. And they're going to be bringing 3 trucks to New Hampshire with a similar kind of track coming up. So we're going to see how they fire off there.
And the only incident that actually happened during this entire race was Stuart Friesen, which, not gonna lie, I got a little worried at first after last year's injury. He hit the wall. He's fine though. So it's not. It's just it's like the split second decision where it's like suddenly I remember that race and I'm like, is he okay? He's fine. But that was the only thing that actually happened. But where does that leave our picks? Good question. I gotta check. We did pretty bad, not gonna lie. Um, Sean, would you like to guess who you were rooting for this week? Or last week?
I don't remember.
Your options are Hemrick, Boyd, LaJoy, and Eatman.
I got Eatman.
No, you did not. That was all of us.
We are Parker Eatman.
We are Parker Eatman. But who are you?
Spencer Boyd.
You are not Spencer Boyd. You are Daniel Hemrick, who finished in 10th place. Congratulations. Gabe was Corey LaJoy, who finished in 21st, and I was Spencer Boyd, finishing in 34th. As if I expected him any higher? No. But we are all Parker Eatman, who finished in 16th place. Brother. Bro finished better than two of us. That's crazy. But alas, at least I had someone good to root for. Well, good being 16th place. So, yippee. You want to go straight into standings then?
Yeah, that Stuart Friesen crash does affect the chase picture. I'll start off by saying, though, that the top six in the standings have secured their spots. We talked about the five last week. Lane Riggs, Caden Honeycutt, Chandler Smith, Christian Eckes, Gio Ruggiero are the five clinched into the chase, but Ty Majeski gets himself into the picture as well. Going down to 7, 8, and 9, Grant Enfinger, Ben Rhodes, Daniel Hemrick. Then Tyler Ankrum moves ahead of Stuart Friesen for 10th by 20 points. Again, Stuart Friesen with the bad run at Richmond. And Jake Garcia still within the chase picture as well.
Nice. So, are you ready? The question I asked was, are you ready to go into the Cup Series?
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the Cup race was a fairly straightforward one. There wasn't a lot of on-track action, but the pit strategy again played a huge role, similar to North Wilkesboro. Um, in the first stage, Ryan Blaney was out like a light ahead of Chase Briscoe, who had a good short run car, which is going to be the theme of this race. Ryan Blaney takes stage one, but then as they get halfway through stage two, Blaney like kind of fades back and isn't really seen again for the rest of the race. He ends up finishing, I don't remember. I think he finished like 12th or 13th. But Blaney, which wasn't there for the rest of the race, then it became between Joey Logano and Chase Briscoe for the win. And what would always happen is on the green flag stops or even on the restarts, Chase Briscoe shot out from a cannon on the short run. Logano reels him back in on the long run. But on the last run of the race, after the last pit cycle, that didn't happen. Chase Briscoe still kept his pace up on the long run, while Logano kind of faded back a little bit. But it's one thing to catch them. You have to pass them, though. And that's how Joey Logano got his second win in 4 races. And it's in a race pretty similar to North Wilkesboro. He takes the win, and albeit less dominant fashion, at Richmond.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, there was not many cautions in this race either. I think one of them was the first one was Zane Smith, I think, like incident related. And then if I had a nickel for every time one of my drivers money shifted this season, I'd have 2 nickels. Because what do you mean, Carson Hocevar? You need to stop money shifting, you stupid. It's fine. I'm fine. It's not my engine, not my circus, not my monkey, but I should have known to trust my gut that Austin Dillon would still suck at this race, so I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. So That's all that happened. There was not much action. But yeah, Austin Dillon still sucks. You can't even win at Richmond anymore. Crazy. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He got me less points than Cole Custer did that 1 week. How? I don't know. Maybe Cole Custer just had a really good week. I don't even remember which one it was. But maybe a really good week. Apparently Austin Dillon just didn't. And you know what? It's fine. It's not as bad as Kyle Larson did that 1 week. I don't even care that brought me so little points. I'm happy that Kyle Larson did horrible that week. Oh, speaking of Kyle Larson, finished the race in sixth. Proceeded to then jump out of his car, got to Knoxville, which last week I was saying that he wouldn't be able to do Knoxville last week. It was actually Knoxville this year that I was talking about. Got to Knoxville and still won that race. So, as it turns out, Kyle can do the double, just not the double that he wanted. So, maybe he should do more Knoxville doubles and less Indy 500 doubles. It might work out a little bit better. But I also think that race ended at like 2 a.m. So, like, I don't think it was that long. I feel like it started at like 1 or 2. I don't remember. Obviously, I didn't watch Knoxville. Because if it ended at 2 o'clock East Coast time, I mean, 11 o'clock is also not that bad for me. I'm usually up to 2 West Coast time. So it's not like it really matters to me, but I'm also not going to willingly watch Kyle Larson. Beyond the point, because that's not Richmond. I definitely thought Christopher Bell was going to have a little fight for that, and then absolutely did not have the fight. Which was really funny because then they were talking on the people on the commentary were saying that this could be his 8th second place now. And I'm like, he just got 7. Give him a break. Let him finish 3rd. But yeah, people are making too much. I'm not even going to lie. I'm having too much fun with this whole joke thing. But yeah, was there anything else you wanted to say? I realized I kind of took that conversation over a little bit.
Um, Nothing else to add. Particularly related to that stuff. Josh Berry had a good run to come back eighth. The guy is the third top 10 in a row, still fighting for a job on any level of NASCAR that he mentioned on Wednesday. So I think he needs to have more showings like this. And with New Hampshire coming up, he nearly won here last year. That's going to be a good spot to maybe show what you got. So hopefully we'll see that happen.
He must have drank a Sunny D seltzer with
Mm-hmm.
vodka. If you know, you know. So that brings us to who do you think we had to root for? Do you want to do the guessing thing again, or do you want me to just tell you?
Just tell me. I have no clue.
We all did shit. We all had to root for Daniel Suarez, which, funny enough, also finished in 16th, just like Parker Eatman did. But then that is probably the best we ever do. Because then Gabe had to root for Bubba Wallace, who finished in 20th. What do you mean the one that we all had to cheer for finished the highest? I'm sorry. Then I had Eric Jones, who 27th. Yay. But alas, not the worst. I'm sorry, Sean. You had Cole Custer, who was in 29th. So it's not like we were all 20s. But that's also really unfortunate that Daniel Suarez is the one that finishes the highest out of all of us. Not anything against Daniel Suarez. That's just the fact that that's the one that we all had to root for, and that's the one that we get the highest on. I love Daniel Suarez. It's fine. Silence. Is your phone ringing again?
No, no, just basking in how bad we were.
Oh, yeah. We needed that. I thought you were about to say you had a brain fart for a second, and I was about to be like, we can't be making brain jokes. That being said, standings.
Yep, the Cup Series standings, Christopher Bell and Chase Elliott have now clinched their spots in the chase in sixth and seventh. Um, Kyle Larson moves up to eighth with the run in Richmond he's had. Logano vaults from 13th to ninth with his second win of the season, while Chris Buescher, Carson Hocevar, William Byron moved down one spot. Daniel Suarez also moves down to 13th, Bubba Wallace in 14th. Austin Cindric with a great run. We didn't even mention that. He finished third, and it was completely on merit. Um, is now 15th in the standings with a solid cushion from Shane Van Gisbergen in 16th. And then looking past the line, 50 points behind it, we got Ryan Preece, and then behind Preece is Chastain.
Side note, after we finish recording, before we do the my humble Honda Accord, the race, you gotta show Jane the the casino Carson Hocevar's livery for this week. It's pink.
Hold on.
You gotta look it up now.
Oh, wait. Jane might not be in the house anymore. I think she went to go to the neighbor's house.
Boo. Well, we're also not done, so I'm just saying afterwards.
I'll show her. I'll show her and I'll let you know what she says.
Sick. Also, I'm adding her on Instagram now, just so you're aware.
That's fine by me.
Sick. I'm gonna be really awkward too. Drop my mic. So that leaves us to New Hampshire. Yippee.
And this truck entry list is stacked. There are 41 trucks for 36 entries.
Holy.
So let's just start with we'll just go through the notables here. Gavin Bushell in the one truck for Tricon and John Hunter Nemechek in the five are all there this weekend. Luke Baldwin, Connor Hall, respectively. Going through the order here, Mason Massey making another start in the number 20 truck, Patrick Emmerling in the 22, Colin Braun in the young truck, Tony Breidinger and Dawson Sutton switch numbers. The 26 and 27, I presume it can only be because of the owner's points, and they don't think Tony Breidinger is going to make the show. Parker Eatman in the 42, Christopher Bell in the 62, Derek White in the 69, Zilich in the 71, Tristan McKee's back in the 77, D.L. Wilson in the 93 for Costner, and Michael Christopher Jr. in the 72 Hallmark Friesen truck. That is the first time they will ever run three trucks.
My boy, let's go. I love this guy.
I'm punishing Gabriel to purgatory and going second.
Okay. I do want to say that I hope Christopher Bell is actually able to run this time because he didn't run last time. And that was kind of funny. So wait, is it you or me?
You go first.
Okay. Progressive.
The 13th entrant.
Is that
Justin Haley?
Shorty? Wait, yeah, wait. Oh, yay, Shorty!
Could be worse.
I love Shorty.
All right, Gabriel, let's see who he gets.
Purgatory.
He gets Michael Christopher Jr.
As much as I love Michael Christopher Jr., I don't know if he's going to qualify in this.
He was running top 10 most of the New Hampshire race last year, so I wouldn't say that.
He is, but I'm also saying that this is a stacked field.
All right. Now for me, give me someone. No whammy.
Because this will be 36. 36 of 41 will go in?
Yes.
Yeah, it's stacked.
I got I got Lane Riggs.
Lane Van Rigsbergen.
Yes. All right, who are we all cheering for?
Please be someone interesting. Give us the Unk truck. No, don't have to give us the Unk truck.
That is
right after him.
Smith.
Chandler Smith. No shot.
All right,
I'd like to clarify, I'm not upset with that.
moving on to the cup race. There are literally no notable entrants, no open cars.
Rip.
So just the same usual suspects. I'm going first.
We gotta change Sir Shanley McVan Van Gisbergen.
I did.
Then you gotta read it out loud first.
Sorry, I say as I get almost Ross Chastain, but who I actually get is Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Ah, rip.
Shanley McShane Shane, the Van. Oh, I fucked it up. Shanley McShane Shane, the Shane Van Giz Shane again.
I feel like you need to do it a third time without stuttering.
Shanley McShane Shane, the Shane Van Giz Shane again.
Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate
Gabriel. Up next now,
Gabriel.
I got Ricky Stenhouse.
Not Shanley McShane Shane the Shane Van Giz Shane again.
The ninth entrant, that is Ty Dillon.
Oof.
This my result means that you're gonna get someone.
I certainly am gonna get someone.
All
Knowing
right.
my luck, I'd probably get Cody Ware.
Imagine.
Mm,
The
Cole
20th
Custer.
entrant, Tyler Reddick.
Oh! I certainly got a pick.
All right. Who are we
Bro
cheering
is
for?
bro. Bro is like a radio wave. Got highs and low lows.
We are all cheering for
Six.
Brad Keselowski.
Yeah. Actually? Oh, it is
Yes.
Brad Keselowski. Yo, how do we get good people to cheer for? That's crazy. It's like the wheel knew that we did horrible last week. And it's like, we're going to treat you a little bit this week. Y'all deserve it. So, yippee. Do the outro.
NASCAR is back. They never left, but we're going to New Hampshire. We're going to a real tough man's racetrack. So buckle up. We're going to New England for truck and cup racing. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Wait. It'll be Joey Logano again.
Oh. Jane, what are your thoughts on Joey Logano?
Low key, that name is not Aura. Don't know who he is, but
Do you want to see what he looks like?
okay. Oh no.
Oh wait, I'm gonna share.
Like,
I'm gonna share my screen so like you can pick the picture.
Okay.
John wants to share his screen.
John wants to share his screen. Blah, 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 blah. All right, Joey
Cracked
Logano.
open a cold one.
I'm just gonna look up this.
Penalty.
Bold.
Yo. These are the first ones are not doing him any favors.
I'm low-key doing him dirty when I look up Joey Logano bald. Hold on, wait. Let's see what comes.
That's why.
He's like,
okay.
It still shows up bald.
Yeah, he's still bald.
yeah. That's certainly a guy.
Why? What's wrong with him?
I don't know. He looks
Show
like
her Briscoe.
Briscoe?
Chase Briscoe?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So because the chat kept saying bald versus bald.
Oh my god, they kind of look like the same person. Wait, you're telling me they aren't the same?
They are not at all the same person.
I'm pretty sure that picture's edited too.
Oh wait, it is.
I don't think he's that bald.
Yeah, he's not.
He's bald, but he ain't that bald.
We'll do the same thing for Chase here. That's edited. Also, yeah, and that hairline.
Oh, that's worse.
Oh, here it is.
Oh. Okay, if you ever become that bald, just like shave off all your hair, okay? I don't want to deal with that, actually.
That's what I plan on doing.
Thank you.
Keep the hairline.
Damn.
Yeah,
Megamind over here. Yo, who does it better? Chase Briscoe versus SVG.
I will say, when I was asking Jane about Nate,
it.
well, like I was looking at the live timing for the truck race on Saturday. I didn't watch it, and I was telling
Good.
Jane like, what names here have the most aura? And
yeah.
and she did say Corey Heim.
Yeah.
Because his saying is Heim time.
Yeah,
Wait, that's kind of fun.
it's like he needs a watch on him. It's time.
Oh wait, he's the guy that does the 6-7 car. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, same guy.
He does it every time when he wins.
Also, you listened to Phoebe Bridgers.
Pardon?
You listen to Phoebe Bridgers. I see you.
Oh yeah, I do too.
I don't know why it's in my recommended.
Oh.
Bull.
Okay.
BB who now?
Uh-huh.
Yay, thank you. I appreciate. Now it won't be weird if I have to call her and ask if you're dead.
True. Do a welfare check.
Yeah. Rip. Is that gonna be are we actually gonna announce that?
No.
I was gonna say, do we really need to? Unless we wanted to mention that he does not show up when you drink a 4-pack of Sunny D vodka seltzers.
Personally, I think it's like global newsworthy of a scam, but that's whatever. That's whatever. I don't think we gotta mention that.
So, do you want to go into Cup Series?
Do you hear any of the background noise?
I heard a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, but when you're actually just sitting there in silence, I don't hear anything.
Interesting how mics work.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I don't have anything else to add about the truck race.
That's not what I asked.
I didn't hear you. There was a lot going on.
What happened?
Like, so there's a landline phone here, and then like it rings in all the rooms.
Oh, I have a landline. I'll have to show you. I have a Dale phone.
Lucky. But what'd you ask?
I'll pull up with it. I'll pull up with it next week. I don't know where I'm gonna put her, but I'm gonna stick it right here. Just right here on the wall. Or I'll just put the box next to me and I'll show it to you next week. I don't know.
Oh.
Anyways, blooper moment.